What is up, McManus MMA fam? Today I will be going over every single fight to make post UFC 324 Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje for the interim lightweight belt. Guys, I've thought long and hard. I'll be playing the role of Dana White. You know, normally we come up with these decisions on Tuesday, but today we're coming up with them now. I'm going to start from the very first fight. The winners of all the prelims. I know I could have done the losers of the prelims as well, but come on, man. Do you guys really want to know who Davison Figueiredo is going to fight next? He's probably going to fight Montel Jackson again or some other bum. We're going to go through it, and then the main card, I'll be going through every single winner and loser and telling you my opinion as the best matchmaker on YouTube, who I think each person should fight. So let's start off with the first fight of the night. Ty Miller. Tell me this would not be a banger fight. Vicente Luque versus Ty Miller. I think this would be a good fight. This is a pretty big step up in competition. This was a hard fight to theorize of what I would like to see for Ty Miller. I thought his performance was really, really great on Saturday, so I think Vicente Luque is coming off of a nasty loss, and he's somebody that's kind of, I don't know, he's kind of on the fringe of the rankings in a weird way. He's a name that most people kind of know, I would say. So I think that this would be a really big step up in competition, but I think Ty Miller looked so good on Saturday that I'd like to see this jump up in competition, see how he handles this. Let me know what you guys think on this one. This is my matchup. I think Vicente Luque versus Ty Miller would be the fight to make. Next, Denzel Freeman. I know I said I wasn't going to do the losers, but just because Denzel Freeman put on such a star-studded performance, he will be facing off with the very first early prelim on every single Apex card for the rest of his life, or unemployment. Yeah, he looked like shit, so you will be treated like shit. Sorry, pal. Alex Perez versus Steve Erceg. Tell me this is not a banger. Who else is there for Alex Perez to fight? You know? Steve Erceg. Steve Erceg. I would be rooting for Steve Erceg. I love Steve Erceg so much. He's the working man's fighter. So, I think that this would be a really great fight. Maybe it would. Maybe Steve Erceg just gets chinned immediately and the fight's over and I cry. But I think it's either this or a way bigger jump up in competition, but another a Brandon Royval fight. But I don't know. I don't want to see a Brandon Royval fight just because he's another dude who's kind of stuck in this position. Who else is there for him to fight? I think I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. I was kind of leaning between the two of them. You know, Brandon Royval, that's a big jump in competition, I would say, but I know Royval's coming off these two losses, Joshua Van, the GOAT, and that rat bastard. That rat bastard Manel Kopp. But I think Alex Perez, giving him Steve Erceg or, this is tough. This is tough, man. But I went with Steve Erceg. I think this is a good fight. This is a nice fight to make. You could throw this on, either the prelims or the main card, the main card of kind of a local fight night, like one of those ones not in Seattle, but another city, not the Apex, and you could put this on the prelims of a main numbered event. That would be sick. Everybody loves Steve Erceg. Alex Perez looked great against Charles Johnson, so this is the fight that I would make. Moving on to the next fight of the night, which was Nikita Krylov versus Modestas Bukauskas. Nikita Krylov, you're facing Zhang Mingyang, bro. Tell me this is not a banger. Tell me this is not a banger. I cooked with this one, man. Zhang Mingyang coming off the loss to Johnny Walker. He was this prospect who everybody's hyping him up. This dude's got crazy hands. This dude's crazy. Nikita Krylov just slimed out Modestas Bukauskas. Still holes in his game. Still didn't look great. He was coming off of those two losses. Those two knockout losses. So I think this would be a good bounce back for Zhang Mingyang, and it would be a good test for Nikita Krylov. Is he really still, is he back, or is Zhang Mingyang coming? So let me know what you guys think about this one. Did I cook with this one? Did I cook? There's not a lot of other things, I think, for Nikita Krylov to really take in the lightweight division. Most of those higher up guys, I think, just slime him out immediately. And some of the lower ranked dudes, I think, are just too bullshit. So I think this would be a really good fight. I think this would be an absolute banger. This would be dude, Dana White. What's the other guy's name? Thomas Shelby from Peaky Blinders. All the matchmakers, guys, hire me. I'm on fire. Moving on to Atiba Gautier. Tell me this would not be a banger fight. Marvin Vettori versus Atiba Gautier. Oh, come on. Testing Marvin Vettori's chin. Giving Atiba Gautier a jump in a competition. This guy's on the fringe of being ranked. If he beats Marvin Vettori, and if he slimes Marvin Vettori out, he really shows us, I may have not looked really great against Andrei Puliev, but I can still slime people out. I can still knock people out. I still have these heavy hands. Then we give him a ranked opponent. Then we give him, dude, that's for another video. But I think this would be a really great fight. Both these guys. I mean, Marvin Vettori has an absolute chin on him. This dude, I swear, I thought he was going unconscious in his last fight, but he didn't even buckle his knees. So I think this would be an absolute banger. Atiba Gautier versus Marvin Vettori, fight to make. I don't know. Not much else to be said, man. I think this would be a banger. I think this would be a banger. Total banger. The match of styles would be perfect. Perfect. Moving on. Umar Nurmagomedov. So I put both here. So here's my reasoning for this, guys. Umar, he's the Valentina Shevchenko. I mean, all these Nurmagomedov, Nurmagomedov guys. Say what you will. Valentina Shevchenko wrestle fucks people and everybody boos. Islam Makhachev does it and everybody cheers. Umar does it, everybody boos. I'm confused. So I think I don't want to say the loser. Okay, so if Merab beats Peter Yan in their rematch, because I'm sorry, I'm not going to just feed him Peter Yan because I think that they're already making the trilogy between Merab and Yan happen because those two fights were amazing. So I think they're going to make that happen. I think Umar takes the winner of that fight. I would prefer if it was Merab, just because their first fight was so competitive. Actually, no. I would prefer if it was Peter Yan. I would like to see that fight. Yeah, dude, because yeah. I'd much rather it be Peter Yan. But I don't think they're going to give him the title fight immediately. I think they're already making this the fight that's happening, this rematch, the trilogy. So we will see, unless, because Umar took 0 damage. I mean, Figgy threw, 7, 8 punches that whole goddamn fight. Oh my god, man. I would be really interested to see how this fight would go. I think this would be a great fight, but I think it's whoever wins the rematch between Yan and Merab. I think they give Umar, because I'm sorry, Umar, you're not getting that title shot immediately. I think they're already going to do the trilogy. Moving on to the main card. I'm going to start with a loser. Holy, did I cook? No, not really. This fight would probably blow dick. Arnold Allen, I'm going to give Patricio Pitbull. I think that they're going to give him a really big step down in competition because most of the guys above him, he's lost to. Max Holloway. I don't think he beats like a Max Holloway, or a Charles Oliveira. All these guys are in the high ranks. I don't think he beats. I think they're going to give him somebody lower. And a lot of the guys down there are already, they already have matches made. Patricio Pitbull doesn't. He's like 13th. I think Patricio Pitbull sucks. And I think this would be a good bounce back win for Arnold Allen. Yeah, I think this would be a good bounce back for Arnold Allen. A lower level fight. Because I thought he looked good against Silva, but I think Silva was just too chaotic, too much for him. So I think just a step down in competition. Again, most of the other guys in that division are already booked. A lot of these guys are booked, so it's hard to find a guy that's not been booked yet that they could just feed him. So, and I'm almost positive Patricio Pitbull does not have a fight, booked unless there's some rumor that Patricio Pitbull is gonna be fighting Movsar Evloev. I'm joking. Yeah, man, I think Arnold Allen, Patricio Pitbull, fight to make. Moving on, John Silva. Bro, John Silva, Yair Rodriguez. What a banger. I know I wanted Yair versus Diego Lopez, but they gave Diego the rematch immediately against Volk, which will happen this upcoming weekend. So I think we give the return of Yair Rodriguez to John Silva. Come on, this would be a banger. Come on, man. This would be a banger. John Silva dominating. I wouldn't say dominating. He's not dominating at all. But he's looked good. He's bounced back this Diego Lopez loss to Arnold Allen. Yair just beat Pitbull. on the first time that Lopez and Volkanovski fight on 314 last year. And there was a unanimous decision. There was a good fight. Lost to Ortega, lost to Volk. It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. Let's give him Silva. Let's give him Silva. Tell me this would not be a banger fight. I think this would be a really great striking matchup. Yair's just crazy kicks and bullshit that he does, and John Silva's bullshit Goomba stomping people, flying around, screaming, crying, goy slopping it all over the place. Netanyahu, make this fight happen. Moving on. Sleep through this fight. Sleep through it. I'm just feeding Rose Namajunas, Jasmine Jasudavicius. Who gives a fuck? This might be who Josh Hockett was talking about, not Brittany Griner. Jasmine Jasudavicius is a man. That's what I'm thinking here. Who gives a fuck? I thought Rose won that last fight, but apparently everybody else disagrees. Apparently the judges did, so I don't give a fuck. Neither do you. Let's move on. Yeah, we all know this is happening. We have to sit through another Valentina Shevchenko fight. No, no, no. Save us, Natalia Silva. Hey, this might be out of pocket as hell, but am I the only one who thinks Natalia Silva is cute? She's cute. Is she not cute? She is cute. I hope she beats Valentina Shevchenko, but her getting taken down by Rose, I'm sorry, you're getting slimed out. You're going to get laid on top of by Valentina Shevchenko for 25 minutes. Dude, she's the greatest women's fighter of all time, bro. She is so good. She is so entertaining to watch, man. She's just the best, bro. She's just too good. No, man, I'm not interested in this at all. Any Valentina fight I'm not interested in. Sorry. But this is the fight that's going to happen. So, we will see what happens. It'll be a boring fucking fight. Moving on. This is the fight to make. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Alexander Volkov. This is the fight to make. Cyril Gontam Aspinall, that rematch will probably be announced soon. If he really is out, then they are actually going to do Pereira versus Gon for an interim belt, then that's already going to happen. I don't think Waldo gets to fight, anybody else up there. I think this is the fight to make. Volkov. Yes, I thought that Waldo didn't look very good against Derek Lewis because Derek Lewis looked horrible, but I think this would be an interesting fight. Volkov's tall, he's lanky. I think Volkov beat Gon the first time they fought, so let's see how this goes, man. Yes, the Jail Tanameda fight was the worst fight ever. Like, that fight was horrible. But I don't think Waldo's going to incorporate any wrestling in this. I think that this is going to be pure striking. Let's see if you can fluke a win over Alexander Volkov. If not, see you, buddy. You're fighting another fucking bum. You're fighting Tai Tuivasa. Yeah, this is the fight to make. I don't think anybody disagrees. I think everybody's in unanimous decision that this is the fight to make. But I've got a crazy pick for Derek Lewis. I think I might have cooked up one of the smartest ideas and the smartest fights ever for Derek Lewis. White House card. We know he's going to be on it. Who else should be on the White House card? Josh Hockett. Josh Hockett just delivered an incredible win over the absolute worst fucking fighter of all time, Denzel Freeman. And he's the heavyweight Colby Covington. These are two American dudes. Put them against each other. Huge step up in competition for Josh Hockett. And a huge step down for Derek Lewis. If they want to feed somebody to Derek Lewis is the come-up killer. Did it to Talson Teixeira. Did it to Nascimento. All these lower-level guys, he just checks like this. This will be a huge win for Josh Hockett if he gets it done. And if Derek Lewis gets it done, then Trump will go, Derek, you are a really good fighter. We love having you here. I'm going to call you. Check your phone, Derek. I'm calling you. Melania needs you. Melania loves you, Derek. Barron loves you. United States of America loves you. We're deploying you in Minneapolis, Derek. This would be a fucking awesome fight. Say I'm wrong. This is a win-win either way. Either way, we all go, USA, USA. This is going to be the White House card. This is the fight to make, man. This is the fucking fight to make. Period. Done. Moving on. Song Yadong. Give him Amin Zahabi. It seems like Song Yadong kind of... First of all, before we talk about this, I'm sick... Did we watch the same fight? People are saying that Sean O'Malley lost that fight. Did we watch the same fight? Sean won round 1, and he definitely won round 3. 2 is bigger than 1. He won the fight. What are we talking about? I do not think Sean O'Malley lost that fight. It was close. Song Yadong takes all these high-level fights, and he makes them close. That's the problem. So, I give him Ayman Zahabi so he can stuff Ayman Zahabi out. I don't think Ayman Zahabi beats Song Yadong. I think Song Yadong beats Ayman Zahabi. I fucking hate Ayman Zahabi. Song Yadong, the Kung Fu Kid, shut this guy up once and for all. Cut his fluke win streak to an end, and get her done. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me this is not like a great fight. This is the fight to make. This is going to be the fight to make. Sean Shelby, Dana White, everybody else, make it happen. For Sean O'Malley, White House card, baby. This is the fight we've all been waiting for. We've all been waiting for this fight. The Sandman. He was there. He called it out. He said, "I want Sean next." I would love to see this in like a 5-rounder maybe, because a 3-rounder I don't know. I'd like to see Sean come out heavier. I want to see quicker, heavier. I know Song Yadong is quick, and that it was kind of not a great performance. I think this would be an absolute fucking banger, bro. This would be a banger. I've been wanting to see Sean O'Malley fight Corey Sandhagen for a really long time. This is the time to make it. Put this on the White House. Both these guys would, Sean O'Malley's the personality that they would put on the White House card. This is the perfect fight to make for it. Throw this on like a featured fight, or if we're gonna have 13 title fights on there, make this for the White Boy belt. The White Boy belt. I'm gonna take a sip of water because that was so clever. I'll edit that part out. But the White Boy belt, we're gonna have a title fight for the White Boy of the bantamweight division, and I'm gonna get. This is gonna be an awesome fucking fight. I don't know who would win. I think that I'm leaning more Sean O'Malley, but Sandhagen is also just an absolute beast. So tell me I'm wrong. Tell me this is not a fucking banger for the White House, and then Sean gets to fight for the title because I don't think they're gonna give him Jan. Then again, this is the UFC we're talking about, so we'll see. For Paddy Pimblett, I'm sorry, my friend. You are fighting the loser of Dan Hooker and Benoit Saint Denis. Whoever loses the fight between these two guys this Saturday is fighting Paddy Pimblett. I hope it's BSD. I hope Dan Hooker beats the shit out of BSD and we get like a BSD versus Renato Moicano 2. And we just get to see there's levels of this shit, little boy. You fluked a win. People forget, man. People forget. Beneil Dariush was winning until he got knocked out 16 seconds in. People really do forget that. But listen, I think Justin Gaethje was too much for Paddy Pimblett. Way too much. I don't think Paddy Pimblett beats anybody else in the top 5. Arman Tsarukyan, dog walks him. Charles Oliveira, dog walks him. Max Holloway, dog walks him. Ilya Topuria kills him. Kills him. Yeah, I think it's got to be a little bit lower. A little bit lower. Give him the loser of Benoit Saint Denis versus Dan Hooker. Depending on how good that fight is, you could arguably give him maybe the winner. Like, say if Dan Hooker wins by, like, split decision, kind of like the Gamrot fight, then, you could give Hooker Pimblett. I wouldn't be upset about that. Just one of these guys, I think, is who Pimblett has to fight next to either bounce back or get, checked again. And I'm not calling it a fraud check, because if Paddy Pimblett was going to lose, this was how he was going to lose. A 5-round war. And we already know this is the fight that's going to happen. They're going to do it on the White House. This will probably be the main event of the White House. We're not thinking about that till February. But they want American. Justin Gaethje's American. And I'm sorry. We all know what's going to happen in this fight. Ilya Topuria, I'm going to fucking kill you. You are fucking terrible. Look like dogs fighting over the bone. That's what Bedtime MMA said, and I thought that was a hilarious fucking quote. So I reused it. Yeah, guys, these are the fights that I think should be made after UFC 324. Let me know your thoughts down below. Did I cook? Did I make shit matchups? If you made it this far into the video, like the video, subscribe. McManus MMA Army is growing every day. We are going to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year. We're already taking huge steps. We met the King, Joshua Van. We met the GOAT, Joshua Van. We're meeting with Yuri Prohaska next. Yuri Prohaska is going to come on the channel. He's going to say, let's go for that. 100 subscribers. Two crazy guy from my village will like the video, and let's go for that. I'm joking. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.